Manjuji, shall we start now?
So we can start.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. इंडियन नर्सरीमैन एसोसिएशन ऑर्गेनाइज सीड्स फॉर फ्यूचर वेबिनार सीरीज में मैं सचिन ब्राह्मणकर आप सभी का तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूं। आज का जो हमारा वेबिनार का टॉपिक है दैट इज ऑन ऑर्नामेंटल हर्बल प्लांट्स नर्सरी एंड गार्डन सेंटर मैनेजमेंट। आज हमारे साथ जो हमारे स्पीकर जुड़े हुए मिस्टर अमित कुमार, फाउंडर एंड ओनर ऑफ हिंद एग्रो प्रोडक्ट्स, डॉक्टर अर्जुन मोहन, सीईओ सुभिक्षा ऑर्गेनिक्स, डॉक्टर राजिंदर सिंह, चेयरमैन एंड एमडी ऑफ एग्री क्लिनिक एंड अमृतसर। तो मैं आप तीनों स्पीकर्स का इंडियन नर्सरी एसोसिएशन की ओर से स्वागत करता हूं। ये जो वेबिनार सीरीज चल रही है इसका पूरा श्रेय जाता है हमारे प्रेसिडेंट मिस्टर वाईपी सिंह साहब को, मुकुल त्यागी साहब, सेक्रेटरी आईएनए साहब, और उसके साथ साथ पूरे आईएनए की जो टीम इस वेबिनार सपोर्ट में लगी हुई है। उसके साथ हमारे मिस्टर दीपक चटर्जी, कोऑर्डिनेटर फॉर द वेबिनार सीरीज, मिस्टर मंजीत सिंह सिकवाल, अलंकृत पांडे जी, आप सभी का मैं स्वागत करता हूं। और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जो हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स है उनका भी स्वागत करता हूं। आज का जो वेबिनार है आप हम तक पहुंचाने में जो हमारे स्पॉन्सर्स है सुभिक्षा ऑर्गेनिक्स एंड homefarm.com, थैंक्स टू देम ऑल्सो। और आज के जो हमारे नर्सरी लाइव जो आउटस्टेज पार्टनर है नर्सरी लाइव, उनका भी मैं स्वागत करता हूँ। नर्सरी लाइव is the India's largest gardening platform, which is committed to the mission to empower Indian nurserymen to grow beyond physical boundaries and the vision to make all the spaces green and healthy. So, thanks to Nursery Live, thanks to Homiform and Subhiksha Organics. ज़्यादा लेते हुए मैं मंजीत सिंह जी से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ इंडियन नर्सरी में इनके जो भी एक्टिविटीज अब तक हो रही है अंडर द डायनामिक लीडरशिप ऑफ मिस्टर वाईपी सिंह, वो आप सबके सामने प्रस्तुत करें। तो ओवर टू यू मंजीत जी।
थैंक यू सचिन सर।
सभी पार्टिसिपेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है खाली अपनी माइक्रोफोन म्यूट पे रखिए। सभी पार्टिसिपेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है कि आपके माइक्रोफोन म्यूट पे रखिए। प्लीज कंटिन्यू मंजीत जी।
फेसबुक से तुम खुद लिंक नहीं कॉपी कर सकते।
Thank you, Sachin sir. I, on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association, welcome all the participants, our speakers, sponsors, and our outreach partner Nursery Live on board today. We all know that Indian Nurserymen Association was founded in the year 1987 and call ourselves running into a green journey since 1987. Before starting the detail about the activities of INA, I'd like to give the acknowledgement to our founding president, Sri Arjun Agarwal sir. So Sri Arjun Agarwal sir founded Indian Nurserymen Association in the year 1987 from a very small place called Kathal from Haryana, and from there the journey started. Today we have the 9th president Sri YP Singh ji on board today. Now YP Singh sir took the charge as the president on 8th of September 2019, and fortunately today when we are hosting the 39th webinar of Indian Nurserymen Association, the current GC board has completed its half of the journey. So 1.5 years of the journey of the current GC board is over now, and the next half is there to take the things forward. And I'm very much sure that the current leadership will be getting more than chance to have much more activities on board now. If we talk about the current GC board, the president Sri YP Singh ji is basically from Delhi, and he owns the India's largest nursery called Greenways Nursery, North India's largest nursery called Greenways Nursery in Delhi. And then our vice president is from Maharashtra, general secretary is from Uttar Pradesh, and so on. We have the representation from across India on board. Thus, the sapling which was planted in the year 1987 is now taking a shape, and we have more than 3,700 lifetime members on board now, but we call ourselves as the extended network of more than 2 lakh people, which come from various backgrounds, whether it is from the landscape and the forest industry, plant breeders, greenhouse, nursery growers, retailers, distributor, interior and exterior, landscapers, florists, students, educators, researchers, manufacturers, and other stakeholders on board. INA basically work on 5 binding principles, being the pan-India body of all the plant nurseries across India, the first and the foremost responsibility of INA is to be the influential advocates. We do the advocacy at the national level and the state level whenever it is required. On the other side, we keep on doing so much of the activities related to enhance the capacity, technical capacity of our members. So we are the authoritative educators also on the other side. We are also trying to bring all the stakeholders at one platform and bringing a collaborative approach of having all the nurseries, all the stakeholders at one place. Fourth thing that we support is to be the fervent supporter of the plant business, and whatever things we do, we basically promoting the healthy and a greener community. INA basically work on 6 thematic pillars, PR and advocacy being the first one of it, networking and partnership, capacity building and study tour, publication and papers, events and exhibitions, research and development. Under PR and advocacy, we keep on doing so much of the activity at the national and the state level. We have witnessed what Indian Nurserymen Association and the dynamic leadership of our current president, Shri YP Singh ji, took the initiative of bringing plant under the essential item, and plants being the perishable item, we had to have any kind of support from the government of India. And that time YP Singh ji took the initiative and bought all the required relief for all the nurserymen across India. And he is very much vocal when it happened to have to raise the voice against the proposed Nursery Act by Government of India, or bringing the advocacy at the National Horticulture Board, reviving the Confederation of Indian Horticulture. So he is very much instrumental in doing the advocacy at the national or the state level whensoever it is required. He is also into the dialogue with Ministry of Agriculture in designing the Flower and the Export Council of India, which will be a separate entity apart from the APIDA structure. Under the leadership of current GC board and the current president, Shri YP Singh ji, now Indian Nurserymen Association is going global. We have the representation of INA through its membership in Japan, Vietnam, Lebanon, South Africa, Netherlands, Italy, Colombia, Bangladesh, and so on. Recently, we added Ireland also on board now. The membership of Indian Nurserymen Association is open. Anybody who is interested becoming the member of Indian Nurserymen Association can feel free to write us or call us, or through our website they can download the membership form. The link is mentioned below, indiannurserymen.com/membership. Under the publication and papers, INA publishes its very niche project under Nursery Today magazine. This Nursery Today magazine is a monthly publication of Indian Nurserymen Association, which is an international standard magazine. I am very much sure that all the members of INA must be getting the copy of INA magazine, Nursery Today magazine. If anybody is not getting the copy of Indian Nurserymen Association's magazine, then please feel free to write us or call us. We'll be more than happy in supporting it out. And I also published the directory, which published in the year 2017 and 18. Now the third edition of the directory is under the process, which will be published within a year. Under the capacity building and study tour, today also we are meeting up for the very same thing. Webinar is one of the activity under this capacity building and study tour. But apart from the webinar, we are very much vocal on bringing out so many other series also under the conferences, workshops, seminars. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, we are till date we are very much. Indian Nurserymen Association team had visited the IPM SN in 2020, but due to the pandemic thing, it was not possible this year. INA is also instrumental in designing an R&D project, which is called a Seed for Future I Love for Horticulture, Innovation and Learning, which is a very niche quality project, which will be announced very soon on the public platform. Under the events and the exhibition category, INA hosted 2 years HortiPro India in 2018 and 19, which is considered India's largest event for the horticulture. And apart from the regular activities, INA is taking the social responsibility also and keeps on raising funds whenever it is required. During the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic time, INA raised a sum of approximately 50 lakh rupees and contributed to the Prime Minister Relief Care Fund. Or when it was required in the Kerala during the flood time, that time also INA raised a sum of 25 lakh rupees and contributed to the Chief Minister Relief Fund of Kerala. These are few of the glimpses of the activities that we keep on doing in Delhi. Just be sharing the including slide with the details of Indian associations of this. So you can feel free to write us at office@indiannurserymen.com or call us at 888-244-988 or WhatsApp on the very same number 888-244-988. Thank you, and over to Sachin sir.
Thank you very much, Manjit ji. for sharing of activities of Indian Nurserymen Association. Today we have a session on ornamental herbal plants, nursery and garden center management. A very unique and ideal topic for discussion. Today we have with us all the experts to guide us. Today we have with us Mr. Amit Kumar. He is a founder and owner of Hind Agro Products, a well-known name for annual ornamental seedlings, who pursued his passion for nature and science to transform the face of annual ornamental nursery market. Today, thousands of growers benefited from his innovations and ideas as Hind Agro Products grows to become one of the largest annual ornamental seedlings growers in India. So, I welcome Mr. Amit Kumarji on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association, and I request him to give his presentation. Over to you, Amit Kumar sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, sir.
First of all, congratulations, sir, for carrying out such a beautiful activity, and thanks to Indian Nurserymen Association leaders and members and all teams for building this beautiful platform and enable people to share their ideas. People are definitely benefiting from all your activities. So I really thank you for from my heart for your for bringing people on this platform. So today, can I start sharing my?
Please, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Actually, this whole topic I choose is basically a personal experience for me, because I just started this whole my passion in practical work in 2015, and I just keep on learning, adding things in my personal profile, and as well as I collected experience from all over people all over the nursery business. So finally, when I started to perform and
Amit Kumarji, you are not audible now. Amit ji. अमित जी प्लीज चेक योर माइक.
सॉरी,
हाँ आवाज नहीं आ रही थी आपकी. नाउ यू आर ऑडिबल प्लीज.
हेलो.
हाँ यू आर ऑडिबल नाउ, प्लीज गो अहेड.
ओके. तो जो एक्सपीरियंस रहा है मेरा पिछले 6 सालों में, लगभग 6 सालों के अंदर, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि आज मुझे स्टार्ट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग जो आते हैं उनको यही पूछने के लिए मुझे सबसे पहले पूछते हैं कि कैसे स्टार्ट करें. तो मैंने आज ये जब मुझे बोला गया कि आपको शेयर करना है अपने एक्सपीरियंस, तो मुझे लगा कि इससे अच्छा चीज़ मैं शेयर नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि ये मेरा एक अपना पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस भी है, और जो जर्नी रही है वो जर्नी के अंदर सारा कलेक्ट किया हुआ मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है जो आज मैं शेयर करना चाहूँगा. मुझे उम्मीद है कि इससे जितने भी नर्सरीमैन जो हैं, जो भी काम कर रहे हैं, और जो आने वाले नर्सरीमैन जो सोच रहे हैं इस क्षेत्र में आने के लिए, उन सभी को फायदा होगा. तो ये बेसिकली एक पाथ है जो जिसका एक जर्नी रहा है वो मैं आज शेयर करने वाला हूँ, और ये सबको बेनिफिट करेगा. तो नर्सरीमैन बनने के लिए जो लोग अभी सोच रहे हैं और जो लोग अभी हैं, तो उनके लिए मैं अपना ये व्यू है. सबसे पहले जो स्टार्ट करेंगे वो ये ध्यान रखें कि अवॉइड द ट्रैप. अब बोलेंगे इसमें ट्रैप क्या है. इसके अंदर जब एक नर्सरीमैन बनने के लिए आप डिसीजन लेते हैं, तो वहीं पे ही एक ट्रैप शुरू हो जाता है. वो जो गलती है नर्सरीमैन बनने का, डिसीजन लेने का, वो उसको अगर हम उससे बच जाएंगे, और वो अगर एक मिस्टेक से स्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे हम, तो हम अपनी एक्टिविटी को मैनेज करने में अपना टाइम और एनर्जी लगा सकते हैं. लेकिन अगर एक गलती से स्टार्ट किया, तो हमें वो सारा गलती मैनेज करने के अंदर ही हमारा सारा टाइम और एनर्जी चला जाएगा. तो सबसे पहले हमें जो स्टार्ट करना है, तो हमें अपना फुट जो है वो ट्रैप पे नहीं रखना है, बल्कि एक पाथ पे रखना है, जिससे हम अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट कर सके, ना कि ट्रैप के अंदर रखना है. ट्रैप में रख देंगे तो उस ट्रैप को ही मैनेज करते रहेंगे. तो नर्सरीमैन बेसिकली एक डेफिनेशन है, एक डेफिनेशन के हिसाब से पता होना चाहिए. एक पर्सन हु ओन्स वर्क्स एट ए प्लेस वेयर प्लांट्स आर ग्रोन, सोल्ड एंड अटैच्ड टू अलाइड एक्टिविटीज. अब the second question is why we must focus on correct start and avoiding first foot falling in trap. जैसे मैंने बताया कि it is very difficult to manage an activity which is started wrongly, and all your resources will exhaust in managing the wrong start rather than growing your business. That is why we should avoid falling in trap. Now, main thing from where you will start your activity or your path, you should ask one question to yourself: why you want to be a nurseryman? There will be 4 potential answers of this question, which obviously this is not a bookish language. This all is of my experience. So I have just put it like that. मैंने वैसे लिखा है. तो पहला आंसर आएगा कि people enter क्योंकि उनको अपना living करना है. They want to make living. Second one is because they have their family business. It has come from their generations, and it is for that person who is entering in this the next generation person who is entering their business. And third one is they are influenced by a quote. It is a very famous quote. I came across so many times. People say that इसमें बहुत पैसा है. This is the quote which will which is very influenced, and it keep on bringing people in this trade, in this activity. And fourth one is love and passion for nature. People obviously have all people, I think, have love and passion for nature. Some pursue them, some want to pursue, and this is one of the reasons why they come and become a nurseryman. If you I think these are the 4 major answer of this question. Now what happens when if you choose one of the answer as your answer? If you are looking this business or this activity, or you want to be a nurseryman just for living, then there is a chance that your activity or your whole functions may sustain. Here, may sustain means it will keep on maybe running for many years or for long time, but it will sustain or may sustain. Maybe it may break down in somewhere when the things will come under pressure. So it may break in between. Second one is if there is a family business and people are coming just by pressure, just because they are having their family business, then it may sustain. Again, it may sustain, because if a person is just coming by their, not by passion, so it may sustain. It will keep on running because they all have infrastructure, they all have staff, they all have market. So it may keep on running. And whenever there will be some pressure, it may break. Third one is influenced by the quote, इसमें बहुत पैसा है. This is not going to sustain. So if your answer is this, so I recommend, this is my personal recommendation, not to go for this. Definitely not to go for this. If you are going for this third answer, if your answer is third one. And fourth one is love and passion for nature. Then your work will sustain, it will grow, and it will achieve excellence. Because fourth thing which is very important is agriculture is a lifestyle. It is not a profession. This nurseryman is also a farmer, because in a broader term. So agriculture is a lifestyle. So if you are ready to take it as a lifestyle, then if you take it as a lifestyle, then you will grow and achieve excellence. So if the third one is your answer, then don't go for this. And fourth one is your answer, then you should definitely go for this. Then you have bright future, and you'll do a lot of good things to nursery business also and people around you. And if you are having answer as 1 or 2, then it can sustain. Definitely it will not reach the excellency, but it may sustain. So you can take the decision from these 4 potential answer, and please keep in mind that agriculture is a lifestyle. It is not a profession. You cannot switch on from 9 to 5 your profession, and you cannot switch on and switch off between 9 to 5. It is a complete lifestyle. You have to live like a farmer, and you have to think like a farmer. So if you are ready for this, then there is sky is the limit. Now I'll come on more on technical things. If you have decided and you are falling in that category that you can achieve excellence and help other people also, then what basically is a nurseryman's activities? So there are 4 groups which I categorize broadly. First, you can be a grower, because this is the basic activity of a nurseryman. You can become a grower. Then grower is having two parts. You can be a propagator. You can propagate the things. You can produce planting material only. And then you can be a bulk grower. You can go for production for other traders who are basically trading the planting plants in around market. So grower can be of two types. You can decide to be grower. Then second one is trader. Then trader is like you can be a wholesale trader. Then you can open a garden center. You can involve in activity of import exports, and you can also go for only marketing like online or offline marketing. You can also carry that activity. Third one is service provider. This covers like you can basically enter in landscaping. You can be a consultant, or you can be a trainer in this business. You can be a trainer also. Then there is allied services, where you can have an opportunity to cater the growers, traders, and service providers by giving them the opportunity of giving them like tools and equipments and all products, necessary equipments, product, ensure that the work is facilitated. Also, you can their supply chain is also a very important part in this whole business and the idea of nurseryman, because the supply chain ensures, or it decides, if you are growing a plant and for a year you are growing a plant, and if you are not able to manage the supply chain of that plant, then all of your years of your hard work will be vanished. So supply chain is a very potential area in this whole activity, in this nurseryman activity. So nursery business is having a great potential for the supply chain. So people can also think in that side. नाउ जब ये बताया गया कि अभी जो ब्रॉडली 4 एक्टिविटी है, तो उसमें से कैसे डिसाइड करें कि हमें किस में जाना है? अभी पता तो लग गया कि भाई ये 4 चीजें हैं जिसमें हम अपना काम कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वो डिसाइड कैसे करें कि मैं ग्रोवर बन सकता हूँ, या मैं एक लैंडस्केपर बन सकता हूँ, या मार्केटिंग में जाएं, कैसे डिसाइड करें? तो उनके लिए कुछ चीजें हैं जो अगर उनके ऊपर वो ध्यान दे और वो देखे कि हाँ ये जो ट्रेड्स हैं, अगर ये उनमें अवेलेबल है और ये चीजें उनके पास रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं, तो उसके ऊपर वो डिसीजन ले सकते हैं. अब एक ग्रोवर बनने के लिए, इफ यू वांट टू बी ग्रोवर, देन यू शुड हैव land which should be like it should not be a costlier land. It should be a cheap availability of land, and it should be in bulk. You should have manpower. I don't say cheap manpower, but you should have manpower. And then you should have appropriate manpower. It should not be like there is shortage of manpower. You should have manpower. You should have a good water available, and abundance of water. Quantity and quality both should be good. And then you are having a suitable climate. I'm not saying that good climate, because good climate means that will be decided by the crop, or maybe if you are deciding crop by climate, then they both should match. Your crop and your climate should match, then it will be suitable climate. It is not like it is not ये कहीं पे भी नहीं है कि आपके पास एक अच्छा क्लाइमेट का मतलब ये नहीं है कि टेम्परेचर रेंज ये होनी चाहिए या फिर बारिश इतनी होनी चाहिए. एक अच्छे क्लाइमेट, सुटेबल क्लाइमेट का मतलब ये है कि जो क्रॉप आप उगा रहे हैं उसके या क्लाइमेट के अकॉर्डिंग अगर आप क्रॉप का सिलेक्शन करते हैं, तो वो आपका क्लाइमेट जो है वो सुटेबल हो जाएगा. तो अगर आपके पास डिजर्ट में भी आप ग्रो कर रहे हैं और आप उसके अकॉर्डिंग क्रॉप कर रहे हैं, तो दैट विल बी सुटेबल क्लाइमेट. या फिर आप जैसे अपना अगर देश की बात करें, भारत के अंदर तो क्लाइमेट इतना डाइवर्स है कि कोई भी क्लाइमेट को हम सुटेबल नहीं बोल सकते, या किसी को भी अच्छा नहीं बोल सकते. सॉरी, सुटेबल नहीं, किसी को भी अच्छा नहीं बोल सकते, क्योंकि अगर मैं बोलूँगा कि साउथ का क्लाइमेट अच्छा है तो क्या नॉर्थ का खराब है? नहीं, दोनों अच्छे हैं. हमें सिर्फ सिलेक्शन ये करना है कि उसके अंदर कौन सी क्रॉप अच्छी हो सकती है, तो वो हमें डिसाइड करना है. अगर हम जो साउथ वाला क्रॉप अगर हम नॉर्थ में उगाने की कोशिश करेंगे, तो सुटेबल जो नहीं होगा क्लाइमेट उसके लिए ना. तो हमें डिसाइड करना है कि सुटेबल क्लाइमेट हो, क्रॉप उसके अकॉर्डिंग हमें सिलेक्शन करना है. देन if you want to be grower, then you will be away from market, obviously, because if you are in a market, then you will not be having land availability. Say if you are nearby metro cities, then there will be an issue of land, or maybe manpower, or maybe sometimes there is a water availability and quality of water is an issue near metro cities, because water is not available, or whatever is available is not of good quality. So if you are away from market, then you can choose for to be a grower. And one important thing is that you should be ready to take physical challenge, because being a grower is really physically challenging job. So if you can take that challenge, then if you're ready to take physical challenge, then you can go for this growing activity, and a lot of time, because I have already quoted that agriculture is not a life, is not a profession, it is a lifestyle. You have to devote a lot of time for this. So having proximity to market, अगर market पास में है और you are sitting in a, this market can be of both types, grower market or maybe consumer market. If you are having proximity to any of the market, then you can be a good trader. If you are having land constraint, you are having small land, then you can be a trader, because grower require a lot of land, but trader don't require much of the land. If you can have good purchase capability, you enjoy traveling, you are good in public dealing, understanding of market tools, like you can go for online marketing or something like that, then you can be a good trader. Third one is this landscaping and consultancy training. If you are good in creating things, you are having a creative mind, you can design the things, you can assume things and make good out of nothing, and you are good at management, you are good in resource management, people management. You should have a you may have network of growers with you, and understanding of growing needs around that group. So you can enter in this allied services. So you should make sure that whatever category you choose, you should not be like if you are qualifying for grower, and if you go for say a trader, then there will be difficulty, because if you are away from market in a remote area, and you will open a nursery or a garden center, then obviously it will fail, because that is not suitable for that is not a suitable place to open a garden center. Or vice versa, if you are trying to produce things in mid of say metro city, then your land will be very costly, your manpower will be very costly, and your water availability will be a very big problem. So you will not be able to produce in volume. So that will be an issue. So these are the things you have to consider before choosing your activity, which path you are going, which way you are taking forward. So these are the basically factors you should consider before choosing that particular area. So in these activities, I'll only take this growing activities given a very limited time. I'll be taking only this growing activity, and in that only bulk growing activity. How you should say manage that activity, because all are also all activities take a lot of time to explain. So only taking this bulk about bulk grower, how a bulk grower should manage their activity. So it is basically management of bulk. Bulk grower, who is a bulk grower? Bulk grower basically is a grower who produces plants for maybe nursery outlet. Bulk grower doesn't directly sell to end customer, and they basically the activities they don't even propagate. They आउटसोर्स देयर प्लांटिंग मटेरियल, सारा प्लांटिंग मटेरियल बाहर से लिया जाता है और उसको सिर्फ बड़ा किया जाता है। और कोई क्लाइमेट अच्छा नहीं है, मैं यहाँ पे अच्छे क्लाइमेट और बुरे क्लाइमेट की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, यहाँ पे सुटेबल क्लाइमेट की बात कर रहा हूँ। अगर उसका क्लाइमेट सुटेबल है एक पर्टिकुलर क्रॉप के लिए तो उसे वही ग्रो करना चाहिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं जैसे बता रहा हूँ, अभी जैसे नॉर्थ इंडिया के अंदर अगर हम कोई पेरिनियल को प्रोड्यूस करने की कोशिश करेंगे, से अगर मैं पाम प्रोड्यूस करने की कोशिश करूँगा नॉर्थ इंडिया दिल्ली के अंदर, तो इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बिकॉज हमारे पास जो 3 सीजन आते हैं, चेंजिंग सीजन आते हैं, उसकी वजह से पाम को ग्रो करना, छोटे से बड़ा करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है। बट सेम चीज को जो है आंध्रा के अंदर, साउथ के अंदर या कलकत्ता के अंदर, जहाँ पे कंडीशंस थोड़ी सी इवन है, जहाँ पे इतना चेंज नहीं होता है क्लाइमेट, वहाँ पे वो इजीली हो जाती है। तो जो क्रॉप सिलेक्शन है, अगर यहाँ पे हम पाम उगाने का क्रॉप सिलेक्शन कर लेंगे नॉर्थ इंडिया में, तो दैट विल लीड टू ए फेलियर, पोटेंशियल फेलियर है। वो स्टार्ट जो चूज करेंगे वही पोटेंशियल फेलियर है। तो हमें जो है सुटेबल क्लाइमेट के हिसाब, जो क्लाइमेट सुटेबल हो वही क्रॉप हमें सिलेक्ट करनी चाहिए। क्योंकि हमें ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि अगर मैं ये प्रोड्यूस करूंगा तो ये कहाँ जाएगा, क्योंकि पूरे इंडिया में हमारे पास इतना डाइवर्स क्लाइमेट है कि अगर जो भी मैं प्रोड्यूस करूंगा वो कहीं ना कहीं कभी ना कभी यूज होगा। तो बेचने के बारे में, उस प्रोडक्ट को बेचने के बारे में इतनी चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए जितना कि क्लाइमेट, अगर वो प्रोड्यूस ही नहीं होगा तो बेचेंगे कहाँ से। तो प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए ये इंश्योर करना चाहिए कि क्लाइमेट के हिसाब से ही सिलेक्शन करें क्रॉप का। एक और एग्जांपल है, जैसे नॉर्थ इंडिया के अंदर हम चेंजिंग क्लाइमेट्स हैं हमारे, जैसे 3 क्लाइमेट हैं हमारे पास 4-4 महीने के। तो हम यहाँ पे ज़्यादा फोकस कर सकते हैं कि जो शॉर्ट टर्म क्रॉप्स हैं वो हम प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं और वो टर्न अराउंड भी उसका अच्छा रहेगा। तो इस तरह से क्रॉप सिलेक्शन जो है, शेड्यूलिंग ऑफ क्रॉप और सिलेक्शन का जो क्रॉप सिलेक्शन है वो बहुत क्रिटिकल है। तो ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि कौन सी क्रॉप लगानी है और कब लगानी है और क्यों लगानी है और उसका मार्केट कहाँ पे है। तो ये सब ध्यान रख के क्रॉप सिलेक्शन करना चाहिए। सेकेंड वन इज स्किल एंड ट्रेनिंग। जब एक नया नर्सरीमैन स्टार्ट करता है काम को, तो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम जो है ये आती है कि स्किल एंड ट्रेनिंग कहाँ से लाएं, कहाँ से सीखे, कौन सिखाएगा, ये कैसे करूँ, या कहीं प्रॉब्लम आती है तो फंसते हैं तो उसका क्या किया जाए। तो सबसे बढ़िया सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, मैं यहाँ पे देखिए चीज़ें अलग अलग रखता हूँ। इंफॉर्मेशन इज ए डिफरेंट थिंग, नॉलेज इज ए डिफरेंट थिंग एंड स्किल इज ए डिफरेंट थिंग। तो द बेस्ट सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन आज की तारीख में हमारे पास जो है वो इंटरनेट है। तो इन्फॉर्मेशन अगर कलेक्ट करना है आपको तो आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं इंटरनेट से, क्योंकि वहाँ पे आपको बहुत सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा। इट कैन बी रॉन्ग, इट मे बी राइट, बट इन्फॉर्मेशन बहुत सारा मिल जाएगा। देखिए इन्फॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज में फ़र्क है, मैं सिर्फ इन्फॉर्मेशन की बात कर रहा हूँ अभी। तो इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको इंटरनेट से बहुत सारा मिल जाएगा, उस इन्फॉर्मेशन को आपको नॉलेज में कन्वर्ट करना है। देन यू आर टू सॉर्ट आउट दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड कन्वर्ट दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन टू नॉलेज। अब उस नॉलेज को प्रैक्टिस करना है आपको उस लोकल एरिया के हिसाब से। देखिए कोई भी हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नर्सरीमैन पे अप्लाइड नहीं होता, क्योंकि खास करके भारत के अंदर, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इतना ज़्यादा डाइवर्सिफिकेशन है क्लाइमेट का, लैंड का, पानी का, मैन पावर का, कि एक जगह का चीज़ को कॉपी नहीं कर सकते दूसरी जगह पे। जो स्किल डेवलप होगी वो लोकल एरिया के हिसाब से ही, लोकल प्रोडक्शन के हिसाब से ही स्किल डेवलप करनी है। और ये हमें शुरू से ही सोच के चलना है कि हमें स्किल अपनी ही डेवलप करनी है, अपने एरिया से वही सक्सेसफुल होगी। अदरवाइज कहीं और से अगर स्किल हम कॉपी करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो वो उस एरिया के हिसाब से ठीक हो सकती है, लेकिन हमारे एरिया में वो मे और मे नोट काम करे। तो हमें मे नोट वाला काम करना ही नहीं, हमें तो इंश्योर होना है कि वो काम करेगी ही। तो सबसे पहले इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करनी है, इंटरनेट से कर सकते हैं आप, सबसे अच्छा सोर्स है, चीप है, अबंडेंस में इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है। उसके बाद आप उसको आप नॉलेज में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, और फिर उसको प्रैक्टिस करके नॉलेज में कैसे कन्वर्ट होगी, ट्रायल करके। आपके पास अगर 10 चीज़ें हैं, अगर आपको बोला कि गुलाब जो 10 तरीके से उग सकता है, तो आप 10 तरीके को, वो इन्फॉर्मेशन है बेसिकली, उस इंफॉर्मेशन को नॉलेज में कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे, 10 तरीके को लगाइए। 10 तरीके में से आपको पता लगेगा 3 तरीके ही मेरे यहाँ पे ठीक ठाक हैं, मतलब ठीक ठाक हैं, 7 जो है उनको रिजेक्ट कीजिए। अब जो 3 तरीके आएंगे उनको प्रैक्टिस कीजिए। उसको जब प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो आप एक स्किल डेवलप कर लेंगे कि गुलाब ऐसे ही उगता है यहाँ पे, बेस्ट तरीका ये है, तो उसे फिर वो स्किल में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी। तो ये तरीका है, ये तरीका है आपको स्किल अचीव करने का। उसके बाद आता है इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर। जब आप एक गुड क्रॉप सिलेक्शन की बात करता हूँ मैं, तो उसका मतलब ये होता है कि जो क्रॉप एक लोकल एनवायरनमेंट के अंदर अच्छी उग सके। कई बार क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे लोग वो क्रॉप सिलेक्शन करते हैं जिसके लिए हमें एक प्रोटेक्टेड इन्वायरमेंट बनाना पड़ता है, या फिर उसके लिए हमें क्लाइमेट कंट्रोल इन्वायरमेंट बनाना पड़ता है। अब उसके लिए बहुत सारा खर्चा होता है में, उसके बाद उसको मेंटेन करने का खर्चा होता है, और उसके बाद वो कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोड्यूस भी बहुत हाई होती है, जिसको मार्केट करना भी मुश्किल हो जाता है। तो जब आप प्रोडक्शन में आए तो ये इंश्योर करें कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के
Amit ji, you are not audible.
हेलो
You are not audible.
हेलो
हाँ, अभी आ रही है आवाज, प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
सॉरी सर। सो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बात कर रहा था मैं कि एक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को कैसे मैनेज किया जाए। सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कह रहा था कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का रिक्वायरमेंट हमें कितना है ये हमें ध्यान देना है। ये कभी भी नहीं होना चाहिए पहले इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बिल्डअप कर लिया जाए और उसके बाद हम ये सोचे कि इसमें क्या लगाना है, ऐसा कभी नहीं करना है। हमें अगर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की जरूरत है वही इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लगाना है, और मिनिमम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर ध्यान देना, मैक्सिमम ध्यान देना प्लांट बिहेवियर और क्रॉप के ऊपर, कि उसको कभी वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाहिए ही नहीं। हमें पता लगा कि हमने एक पॉली हाउस तो बना लिया है, लेकिन वो क्रॉप तो ओपन में भी हो सकती है, उसके लिए पॉली हाउस की जरूरत ही नहीं है। तो हमने वो पूरा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो है, वो पूरा रिसोर्स जो है वो हमारा एक तरह से वेस्ट है। दैट विल ओनली ऐड टू द कॉस्ट ऑफ दैट प्लांट, नॉट वैल्यू ऑफ दैट प्लांट, ये ध्यान रखिए। तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कितना चाहिए, कैसा चाहिए, वो हमारी क्रॉप के हिसाब से ही हो, ना कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप कर ले और फिर क्रॉप सिलेक्शन करे, ऐसा कभी नहीं होना चाहिए। और क्रॉप को सिलेक्शन करना है हमारे क्लाइमेट के हिसाब से, सुटेबल क्लाइमेट के हिसाब से, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू फेस अ लॉट ऑफ चैलेंज व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू सेल दैट प्रोडक्ट, है ना। अगर उसका कॉस्ट ज्यादा होगा तो आपको बहुत चैलेंज फेस करना पड़ेगा। और सेकेंडली, जो क्रॉप ओपन में और नेचुरल क्लाइमेट में ग्रो करते हैं दे आर मोर हार्डी, तो वो भी आपको डिसाइड करना है कि आपको कौन सा क्रॉप अच्छा प्रोड्यूस होता है, जो मैंने पहले बताया इसके अंदर। तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बेसिकली हमें वही लेना है जो हमें जरूरत हो, ये ध्यान है कि जब नर्सरी शुरू करते हैं तो हम इसको एक प्लांट से भी शुरू कर सकते हैं। तो नर्सरी मैन हम सोचते हैं कि नर्सरी मैन मुझे बनना है, तो उसके लिए मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट एक प्लांट की होती है। एक प्लांट से आप नर्सरी मैन बन सकते हैं। आपको ये कोई जरूरत नहीं कि आपका 1 लाख प्लांट करना है, 10 लाख प्लांट करना है। 1 प्लांट वाला भी नर्सरी मैन है और 10 लाख वाला भी नर्सरी मैन है। सो इट इज ऑलवेज बेटर टू गो फॉर स्मॉलर स्केल। आप स्मॉलर स्केल से शुरू करें चीज़ों को, और उसके बाद बड़े की तरफ बढ़े। मैंने बहुत सारे नर्सरी मैन देखे हैं जो क्या गलती करते हैं कि भाई 5 ट्रक ले आओ, माल ले आओ, 5 ट्रक कलकत्ता गए और 2 ट्रक भर लाए, 2 ट्रक पूना से भर लाए और इकट्ठा कर दिया, जबकि जानकारी नहीं है कि कौन कौन से प्लांट हमारे यहाँ बिकने हैं, उनका बिहेवियर क्या होगा। पता लगा ठंड आने वाली है, जैसे नॉर्थ इंडिया के अंदर मैं बात करूँ, और वो बहुत सारा फॉलिएज प्लांट ले आए अक्टूबर के अंदर। अब वो नवंबर में तो ठीक चला, लेकिन जैसे दिसंबर आया तो फॉलिएज प्लांट की सारी की हालत खराब हो गई, वो बहुत ज्यादा जो है इशू हो गया। तो इट इज ऑलवेज बेटर कि हम छोटे स्केल से स्टार्ट करें, क्योंकि सारा जो पूरा का पूरा जो काम है ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग है। अंडरस्टैंडिंग बिहेवियर ऑफ प्लांट जो है उसको अंडरस्टैंड करना है कि हमारे पूरे साल के अंदर वो कैसे बिहेव करता है। अगर शुरू में बहुत सारा बल्क में भर लिया चीजों को और सारा ले आए और पता लगा कि इसमें से तो 90% खराब हो गया, जो कि होता है, जो कि हो रहा है, अभी प्रैक्टिस है जनरली। तो इसलिए आप ये समझिए कि आप नर्सरी मैन हैं अगर आपके पास 1 प्लांट भी है, तो भी अगर आप उसको जो है सेल करने के लिए प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं तो आप नर्सरी मैन हैं। तो ये जरूरी नहीं कि नर्सरी मैन आप कभी बनेंगे जो आपके पास जो है 10,000 20,000 प्लांट होंगे। इंपॉर्टेंट ये है कि आप प्लांट्स को समझें, मार्केट को समझें, धीरे से शुरू करें। छोटे स्केल से जब आप शुरू करेंगे तो आपका जो है फंड भी मैनेज रहेगा, आपको लॉसेस कम होंगे और आपका फंड मैनेज रहेगा। जब धीरे धीरे चलेगा तो आपका मार्केट में भी जो है मार्केटिंग भी साथ साथ होगी। तो ये ध्यान रखेगी कि एकदम से कोई चीज को जो है एकदम से सारा मटेरियल इकट्ठा करके, ये खासकर जो ट्रेडर्स होते हैं उनके लिए प्रॉब्लम है ये, क्योंकि जो ग्रोवर होगा वो तो ऑब्वियसली स्केल धीरे धीरे ही कर पाएगा, लेकिन जो ट्रेडर हैं ये उनके साथ बड़ी समस्या आती है कि एकदम से बहुत सारा माल इकट्ठा कर लिया और लॉस हो गया, क्योंकि वो समझ ही नहीं आया कि ये माल चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा। फिफ्थ पॉइंट इज क्वालिटी। अब क्वालिटी को लेकर जो है बहुत सारा भ्रम है लोगों के अंदर कि क्वालिटी क्या होती है बेसिकली ना। क्वालिटी को समझने के लिए ही जो है लोग गलती कर देते हैं कि क्वालिटी है क्या। अब क्वालिटी को समझ, क्वालिटी का मतलब जो एक डेफिनेशन जो उसकी होती है दैट इज बेसिकली कंफर्मेशन टू स्पेसिफिकेशन। मुझे जो चाहिए अगर वो मुझे मिलेगा तो वो क्वालिटी है, सिंपल। जो कस्टमर को चाहिए अगर वो उसको मिल रहा है तो वो क्वालिटी है। अगर कस्टमर को एक एक्स चीज चाहिए और हम उसको वाई दे रहे हैं, चाहे वो वाई कितनी भी अच्छी हो, लेकिन अगर वो एक्स नहीं है तो वो उसके लिए अच्छी नहीं है। दैट इज नॉट बेसिकली कंफर्मेशन टू स्पेसिफिकेशन। उसको जो चाहिए वो नहीं मिल रही तो क्वालिटी नहीं है। तो इसलिए हमें ये बहुत ध्यान देना है कि कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए, कब चाहिए, कितना चाहिए, ये सब हमें ध्यान देना है। हम उसे ऐसी चीज दे दें जो, मैं फॉर एक एग्जांपल लूंगा कि हम उसे एक ऐसी चीज दे रहे हैं जिसका आगे सीजन जाने वाला है, एक चीज बेच रहे हैं जो अभी तो बहुत अच्छी दिख रही है, लेकिन उसका तो जो है उसको तो चाहिए कि भी कम से कम 3 महीने मेरा प्लांट जो है वो मुझे मैं उसको एंजॉय कर सकूँ 3 महीने तक। और हमने उसको ऐसा प्लांट दिया जो इमीडिएटली 10 दिन के बाद उसका सीजन ही चला गया, तो उसके लिए तो वो एक तरह से खराब एक्सपीरियंस हो गया। तो हमें ये समझना है कि अच्छा, कई बार ये भी होता है कि कस्टमर आता है वो कहता है कि मुझे तो 2 दिन का प्रोग्राम है मेरा, 2 दिन के लिए चाहिए, तो हम उसे कहेंगे नहीं जी ये ले जाओ, ये बहुत लंबा चलेगा। तो वो भी एक गलत हो जाता है उसके लिए ना, कि वो स्पेसिफिकेशन को मीट नहीं कर रहे हैं। जो कस्टमर का डिमांड है हमें उसे अंडरस्टैंड करना चाहिए, उसको अंडरस्टैंड करके हमें जो है चीज़ों को रखना चाहिए। सेम चीज़ जो है ग्रोवर के लिए भी एप्लीकेबल है। ग्रोवर को वही उगाना चाहिए जो कस्टमर को चाहिए। कई बार क्या होता है कि प्लांट्स का साइज बहुत बड़ा होता है जो कस्टमर को चाहिए ही नहीं होता है, तो उसके कई बार बहुत छोटा होता है जो कस्टमर को नहीं चाहिए होता है। तो कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए है उसी के हिसाब से, क्योंकि अगर ज़्यादा बड़ा प्लांट है तो कस्टमर लेगा नहीं, हमें उसको कम प्राइस में बड़ा प्लांट देना पड़ेगा। कई बार छोटा प्लांट है तो कस्टमर लेगा ही नहीं, वो हमारा बिकेगा ही नहीं। तो ये इंश्योर करना है कि क्या हमें उसको चाहिए वही देना है। सेकेंडली हमें ये इंश्योर करना है कि जो हमारे ऑपरेशंस है, जो काम करने का तरीका है, वहाँ पे भी क्वालिटी हो, क्योंकि अगर वहाँ पे क्वालिटी होगी तो हमारे लॉसेस कम से कम होंगे और हमारी जो कॉस्टिंग है, जो कॉस्ट ऑफ प्लांट है वो रिड्यूस होगी, उसकी वैल्यू बढ़ेगी। ये गलती करते हैं लोग, सोचते हैं कि हमारा अगर हम क्वालिटी से काम करेंगे तो हमारा जो है कॉस्ट बढ़ जाएगा फाइनल प्रोडक्ट का, बट ऐसा नहीं होता है। जब आप क्वालिटी से काम करते हैं, क्वालिटी का मतलब सिर्फ ये नहीं कि आप महंगा प्रोडक्ट खरीद लेंगे। क्वालिटी का मतलब जैसे मैंने कहा कि स्पेसिफिकेशन, कंफर्मेशन टू स्पेसिफिकेशन। अगर आपके प्लांट को, एक प्लांट है उसको आपने ग्रो करना है तो उसके लिए क्वालिटी जो है हर एक स्टेप में क्वालिटी लगती है। आप उसको कैसा पानी दे रहे हैं, कितना पानी दे रहे हैं, कौन सा ग्रोइंग मीडिया है, उसमें क्या फर्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं, कितना लाइट दे रहे हैं, कौन सा क्रॉप सिलेक्शन किया, अगेन कौन सा क्रॉप सिलेक्शन क्या है, कौन सा तरीका है आपका उगाने का। अगर ये चीज़ें सारी सही है, अच्छी है, एज पर स्पेसिफिकेशन है। अब किसी प्लांट को चाहिए आपको क्ले वाली मिट्टी से, आपका जो पोटिंग मिक्स है उसमें आपको क्ले देना है उसको, लेकिन आप उसको दे रहे कोकोपीट। आप समझ रहे हैं, जैसे एक प्लांट है जो क्लेई सॉइल के अंदर उगना है, लेकिन आप उसको कोकोपीट में उगा रहे हैं। अब कोकोपीट तो महंगा है मिट्टी से, लेकिन वो तो हम सोच रहे हैं कि हम इसको अच्छी दे रहे हैं, लेकिन वो कंफर्मेशन टू स्पेसिफिकेशन नहीं है, मतलब उस प्लांट की रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से नहीं है। तो हमने उसमें क्या किया, हमने उसमें कॉस्ट तो बढ़ा दी, लेकिन वो रिजल्ट उसका फिर भी खराब आएगा। तो बेसिकली क्वालिटी को अंडरस्टैंड करने का जो है थोड़ा सा नजरिया हमें सही ये रखना है कि जो कंफर्मेशन टू स्पेसिफिकेशन है, जो चाहिए वो दो, चाहे वो उगाने के लिए प्लांट को चाहिए, चाहे कस्टमर को खरीदने के लिए चाहिए। तो ये हमें थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना है। क्वालिटी अगर हम फॉलो करेंगे, क्वालिटी को प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, तो हमारी कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट रिड्यूस हो जाएगी, क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट बढ़ जाएगी, वैल्यू ऑफ प्रोडक्ट बढ़ जाएगी। तो क्वालिटी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इसके अंदर स्टेप है। इसके बाद आता है प्रोडक्शन मैनेजमेंट। अब प्रोडक्शन मैनेजमेंट आई थिंक पिछले वेबिनार के अंदर भी इसको कवर किया गया था। इसमें बहुत सारे एक्शंस हैं, इसमें बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज़ हैं। प्रोडक्शन मैनेजमेंट स्टार्ट होता है क्रॉप सिलेक्शन, और क्रॉप पीरियड को हमें फिक्स रखना चाहिए हमेशा ना। हमें पता होना चाहिए कि ये क्रॉप पीरियड जो है कितने महीने का है, इतने वीक का है, सो दैट हमारा जो क्रॉप जो टर्न अराउंड है वो बढ़ सके। फिक्स क्रॉप पीरियड हमारे होने चाहिए, नहीं कि एक 4 महीने वाला भी लगा दिया, उसके साथ 6 महीने का लगा दिया, उसके बाद 2 महीने का भी लगा दिया। तो क्या होगा, आपका 2 महीने का चला जाएगा और वो 6 महीने वाला रुक जाएगा, तो आप उसके अंदर जो है कुछ भी काम दोबारा से नहीं कर पाएंगे, आपका पूरा एरिया जो है ब्लॉक हो जाएगा। तो क्रॉप सिलेक्शन क्रॉप पीरियड का सिलेक्शन जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। सेकंड है मीडिया, जैसे मैंने बताया जिस प्लांट को जो मीडिया चाहिए वही देना है। इसके ऊपर पूरा एक मीडिया के ऊपर आई थिंक पहले भी बहुत सारी बातें हो चुकी है, अगर जरूरत पड़ेगी तो बाद में बात कर सकते हैं। थर्ड वन इज फर्टिगेशन, उसको प्रॉपर फर्टिगेशन दिया जाए। बहुत सारे लोग क्या करते हैं कि सिर्फ नाइट्रोजन के ऊपर ही बात करते हैं कि उसको यूरिया दे दिया, डीएपी दे दिया। 16-17 एलिमेंट्स हैं जो प्लांट्स को ग्रो करने के लिए चाहिए। ये सारी हमें पहले से ही प्रोग्राम करके रखना चाहिए कि अगर हम ये क्रॉप लगा रहे हैं तो इसकी जो है कोई अगर स्पेशल नीड है फर्टिगेशन की तो उसको ध्यान रखना चाहिए, जनरल नीड है फर्टिगेशन की तो उसको ध्यान रखना चाहिए। ये सब प्रोग्राम पहले ही रखने चाहिए। देन इरिगेशन है, इरिगेशन का आई थिंक पिछले वेबिनार में भी कवर किया गया है, लेकिन इरिगेशन का फिर बताया। इरिगेशन जो है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। आपका जो 90% जो लॉस होता है नर्सरी के अंदर वो इम्प्रॉपर इरिगेशन, और उसमें से भी ओवर वाटरिंग की वजह से प्रॉब्लम होती है। तो आपको आगे से ये इंश्योर करना है कि आप अपने जितने भी लोग जो वाटरिंग के अंदर जो इन्वॉल्व हैं,
सर आपकी आवाज आज क्रैक हो रही है बीच बीच में, प्लीज डू टेक केयर। अमित सर।
यस सर, यस सर।
आपकी आवाज बीच बीच में क्रैक हो रही है और बहुत बार तो यू आर नॉट ऑडिबल। तो देखिए थोड़ा आपका माइक जरा एक बार देख लीजिए।
ओके सर, अभी ऑडिबल है सर?
हाँ, यू आर ऑडिबल नाउ।
तो अभी so we are in between this production management and we are in irrigation. तो एक छोटा सा ये है कि आपको ये इंश्योर करना है कि आपका जो पानी देने वाला आदमी है उसको ये बोलिए कि आपको ये इंश्योर करना है कि प्लांट सूखे पानी देने से पहले। मतलब प्लांट नहीं सूखे, प्लांट का मीडिया सूखे बेसिकली। मतलब प्लांट का जो जिसमें लगा है सॉइल है जो वो पहले ड्राई हो, उसी के बाद पानी देना है। अगर वो गीली है, गीली के अंदर दोबारा पानी नहीं देना। एक थंब रूल है, सबसे बेसिक थंब रूल यही है। देन आप जब क्रॉप सिलेक्शन करते हैं, उसका पीरियड सेलेक्ट करते हैं, तो हर एक क्रॉप के ऊपर एक पर्टिकुलर पीरियड के अंदर एक पर्टिकुलर डिजीज और पेस्ट ही आता है हर बार, नया नहीं आएगा। वो नेचर में बाउंड है, वही आएगा। तो आपको अपना ये प्रैक्टिस करना है उस पेस्ट और डिजीज के लिए, उसको मैनेज करना है, उसके लिए पहले से ही शेड्यूलिंग करना है। अगर आपने क्रॉप लगा रखा है तो उसको मॉनिटरिंग करना है कि वो एज पर शेड्यूल चल रही है नहीं चल रही है। अगर वो पीछे है या आगे है उसको इंश्योर करना है टाइम टाइम के ऊपर। इसके बाद एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम मैंने देखी है कि प्रोडक्शन के अंदर क्या करते हैं, स्पेसिंग का ध्यान रखते हैं। इवन इन नर्सरी के अंदर भी जो अपना ट्रेडिंग जो आउटलेट्स हैं या फिर गार्डन सेंटर है, उसके अंदर प्लांट प्रॉपर स्पेसिंग पे नहीं होते। सारा प्लांट को क्या करेंगे, इकट्ठा करके उसको पूरा, आप समझिए एक प्लांट ग्रो करने के अंदर एक ग्रोवर जो है 5 से 6 महीने कई साल 2 साल लगाते हैं। उसके बाद क्या करेंगे, उसको जो सारे को पूरे को एकदम इकट्ठा करके रख देते हैं। ये सबसे बड़ा रीजन है कि प्लांट खराब होता है। 6 महीने लगते हैं, साल लगता है, 2 साल लगता है, उसके बाद वो प्लांट आके आपका जहाँ भी आप उसको डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे आके उसको इम्प्रॉपर तरीके से स्पेसिंग कर दिया जाता है। ये एक बहुत बड़ा इशू है। इसको स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन किया है मैंने, इसको ध्यान रखना है कि स्पेसिंग प्रॉपर हो। प्लांट खराब होते हैं, उसको जब पूरे को एक साथ इकट्ठा करके रख दिया जाता है। अगर जितना आपके पास स्पेस हो उतना ही प्लांट लाइए। अगर प्लांट ज़्यादा आना है तो स्पेस बनाइए, क्योंकि प्लांट लाके वो खराब हो जाता है। तो उसका एथिकल, वो अगर वो दिखना अच्छा नहीं है प्लांट को तो वो बिकना भी अच्छा नहीं है। तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्या है कि फिनिशिंग जो है वो आपका प्लांट्स का जो ग्रोवर है बेसिकली, और जो ट्रेडर्स भी है वो अपना जो जितना सेल करना है वो अपना टारगेट विंडो के अंदर ही करें। जैसे मैंने बताया कि अगर मेरा कोई फॉलेज प्लांट है तो मैं इंश्योर करूँ कि मैं अक्टूबर तक सेल कर लूँ। ये नहीं कि मैं उसको नवंबर के अंदर ले गया और फिर दिसंबर में वो सारा खराब हो गया। अगर हमें उसके लिए डिस्काउंट्स लाने हैं या फिर कोई ऑफर लाने हैं, हमें लगे कि स्टॉक मेरा बच रहा है, तो वो इंश्योर करे कि वो सारा स्टॉक टाइम से निकले, क्योंकि टाइम के बाद उसकी वैल्यू नहीं है। और अगर वो जाएगा भी, अगर सेल भी हो गया तो आगे जाके कस्टमर को जो है वो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, कस्टमर को खराब लगेगा। तो उससे क्या है, उसका कस्टमर का भी मन अच्छा नहीं रहता है कि मैं प्लांट अगली बार नहीं खरीदूंगा, क्योंकि प्लांट ने परफॉर्म नहीं किया। क्योंकि गलती हमारी है, हमने उसको शेड्यूल नहीं किया, हमने उसको जो उसका टारगेट विंडो था उससे आगे ले गए प्लांट को। कि नर्सरी मैन को पहले ही पता होना चाहिए कि टारगेट विंडो क्या है मेरा। देन अगेन नेक्स्ट वन इज सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग। सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग जैसे मैंने बताया ही पहले से ही अपने को करना है। जब क्रॉप शेड्यूल करें, क्रॉप प्लान करें, उससे पहले ही मार्केटिंग के बारे में सोचना कि किधर सेल करना है ये वाला क्रॉप, किधर इसका डिमांड है, कौन मेरा पोटेंशियल कस्टमर है। ये वाला पार्ट सबसे पहले होता है। लेकिन यहाँ पे क्योंकि लिखा नीचे जाता है इसलिए लिखा ही नीचे गया है, लेकिन होता सबसे पहले है कि कहाँ पे प्लांट को सेल करना है, क्या मेरा पोटेंशियल मार्केट है, कौन मेरा पोटेंशियल कस्टमर है, कितना वॉल्यूम रहेगा, ये सब सबसे पहले करना है। एक गुड मार्केट सर्वे एंड कस्टमर रिलेशन विल इंश्योर क्विक क्रॉप टर्न अराउंड, क्योंकि क्रॉप को जितना जल्दी टर्न अराउंड होगा उतना ही लैंड का यूटिलाइजेशन, मैन पावर का यूटिलाइजेशन और आपका जितना भी रिसोर्सेज है वो अच्छे से होगा, उसका उतने ही टाइम में आप ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन कर सकते हैं। तो अगर आपको पहले ही आपने सारा प्लानिंग किया हुआ है, आप सही पीक टाइम पे अपना प्रोडक्ट लेके आते हैं तो वो डेफिनेटली बिकेगा। अगर आप उसमें उसको स्किप करते हैं, उसको मिस करते हैं पीक टाइम को, तो देयर विल बी प्रॉब्लम। सो सेल्स और मार्केटिंग पे बहुत ध्यान देना है। मार्केटिंग किसको करना है, कब करना है, कितना करना है, ये ध्यान देना है। ओवर प्रोडक्शन नहीं करना है, अंडर प्रोडक्शन नहीं करना है। नेक्स्ट थिंग इज लॉजिस्टिक्स। ये मैं पहले भी पिछली स्लाइड में बताया, लॉजिस्टिक्स जो है, सप्लाई चेन वाला जो पार्ट है, ये मिसिंग है अभी भारत के अंदर बहुत कम लोग जो है इसके ऊपर ध्यान दे रहे हैं। आप समझिए एक प्लांट प्रोड्यूस करने में 3 महीने से लेके और 3 साल, कभी कभी तो 10 साल भी लगता है। कोई कोई तो 10 साल में भी प्रोड्यूस होता है प्लांट। जब उसको भेजते हैं उस 10 साल के बाद निकाल के एक जर्नी के ऊपर से, इंडिया में अगर एक 3 दिन का जर्नी है एक प्लांट को जाने में, तो आपका 10 साल का मेहनत 3 दिन में खत्म हो सकता है। तो आप ये समझिए कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है लॉजिस्टिक्स। तो सभी को ये ध्यान देना चाहिए, जो क्रॉप को प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं उसके लिए लॉजिस्टिक्स डिजाइन करें। वो प्लांट कैसे जाएगा, कितना जाएगा, वो प्लांट का जो कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव होना चाहिए, वो वॉल्यूम उसका इफेक्टिव होना चाहिए, ये सब बातों पे ध्यान देना चाहिए। लॉजिस्टिक्स इज ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट और ये सबसे ज्यादा जो है ओवरलुक पार्ट है, इसके ऊपर ध्यान देना है हमें। जो भी क्रॉप करे उसके लिए लॉजिस्टिक डिजाइन करे, प्रॉपर डिजाइन करे, ताकि कस्टमर को अच्छा माल मिले, फ्रेश माल मिले, डैमेज ना हो, उसको भाड़ा कम लगे और जो क्रॉप का जो मेहनत है हमारा, बहुत बहुत साल लग जाता है क्रॉप प्रोड्यूस करने में, वो खराब ना हो। देन लास्ट थिंग इज फीडबैक। एक हर एक नर्सरी मैन को जो है कंटिन्यूस लूप के अंदर फीडबैक लेना चाहिए अपना कस्टमर से। जो भी कस्टमर है उसका, चाहे ट्रेडर है, चाहे एंड कस्टमर है, या उसका जो है कोई मार्केटिंग वाला है, उससे उसका उसका कंटिन्यूस फीडबैक लेना चाहिए, सो दैट उसको इम्प्रूव कर सके। बहुत सारा एग्जांपल है जो देखा कि पिछले 10-10, 20-20 साल से एक ही क्रॉप उगा रहे हैं, एक ही पैटर्न पे उगा रहे हैं, इवन उन्होंने क्रॉप के अंदर वैरायटी भी चेंज नहीं किया। तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि दे आर बेसिकली आउट ऑफ लूप, वो लूप से आउट हो जाते हैं। कि एक जब आदमी एक ही चीज को कर रहा है बार बार और बाहर जो डिमांड उसका नया चीज का क्रिएट हो गया है, तो वो उस सर्कल से आउट हो जाता है, वो कहीं और ही लूप के अंदर चला जाता है, अपनी खुद की लूप के अंदर चला जाता है, मार्केट से बाहर हो जाता है। तो ये इंश्योर करें कि आप प्रॉपर फीडबैक ले रहे हो, कंटिन्यूस फीडबैक ले रहे हो, उस फीडबैक के ऊपर काम कर रहे हो, उस फीडबैक के हिसाब से अपने प्रोडक्ट को डिजाइन कर रहे हो, अपने प्रोडक्ट को चेंज कर रहे हो, अपना वॉल्यूम चेंज कर रहे हैं, डायनेमिक बने मार्केट के हिसाब से। तो फीडबैक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो आई थिंक ये बल्क ग्रोवर के लिए ये फंक्शंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं। अगर इनके ऊपर इनके हिसाब से काम किया जाएगा तो डेफिनेटली बहुत फायदा होगा। इसी के साथ मैं अपना प्रेजेंटेशन यहाँ पे खत्म करता हूँ। I am very thankful to all the leaders and team of Indian Nurserymen Association for this opportunity and appreciate their effort in direction of knowledge sharing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable experience with all of us. You have kept a very practical approach in your presentations, so it is very nice to see you on this platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
आज का ये जो पूरा श्रेय जाता है ये हमारे स्पॉन्सर्स को जाता है आपको सुनने का। दैट इज फॉर सुभिक्षा ऑर्गेनिक्स, homefarm.com और आवर ऑनलाइन outreach partner Nursery Live. So thanks to them also, and thanks Amit sir for sharing your valuable experience with us. Thank you once again. Sir, आपको खाली आपको exit करना पड़ेगा यहाँ से screen sharing से. Now we are with us Mr. R. Arjun Mohan sir, CEO of Subhiksha Organics. Mohan sir has did his MBA.
Yes, sir.
He is having 30 years industrial experience. He has started manufacturing world-class grow bags since 2007 and have got 14 years experience on organic terrace gardening. His company is based at Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, one of the largest manufacturer of world-class grow bags, which will have last more than 8 years even under the constant exposure to the sunlight. suppliers of all terrace gardening articles throughout India. They have very good numbers of colors in grown bags. The grown bags are manufactured from pure virgin raw materials and are UV inhibited for longer life. He is also a member of Indian Nurserymen Association, and we have pleasure to be he's with us today. So I welcome Mr. Arjun Mohan sir on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association,
Thank
and I
you.
request him to deliver his lecture on today's topic. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, then. Can I share?
Please share your screen, sir.
Can you see it, sir?
No, sir. You're
No?
not share your screen.
Okay, 1 second. Now you can see it now.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Yeah. At the outset, like I thank INA for giving us the opportunity to showcase what we do. And I thank Shri YP Singh, President INA, and Mr. Mukul Singh, Tyagi, Secretary INA, and Sachin Sarap. Thank you very much for Maharashtra Chapter INA. And my special thanks goes to Mr. Deepak Chatterjee, sir. And I also thank the co-speakers, Mr. Rajinder Singh and Amit Kumar, who joined with me today. So my screen will be more colorful. You have seen the black and white movie before, and now you can see colorful movie now. And welcome to the world of organic terrace gardening, home farming, sir. And as we said, like we are in the business for 30 years, and the last 14 years we have been into home gardening articles. See, basically, people say health is wealth. Health is wealth. In the sense, like health is the first wealth. In the sense, like. Second. It's not moving. 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So we are from Subhiksha Organics. As you said, like we are in the business for 30 years, and for the last 14 years, we have been focusing on organic gardening articles. Actually, as I said, health is our first wealth. Health depends upon 3 inputs basically. Like one is the air you breathe, and the thoughts you put in, and the food you take. Your output will depend mostly on based on these inputs. So the air and thoughts we'll leave aside now, and let us focus on the food what we eat every day. And the paper reports, newspaper, wherever we come across the last 10 years, that majority of the diseases occur only due to the intake of chemical fertilizers and the pesticides. Indian farmers know they have a lot of perils in their farming activity now, that they either have floods or they have drought. So they are shuttling in between floods and drought, and they are not able to make profit in agriculture. So to sustain, they invariably use pesticide to get more inputs. That is the reason why we get that. So once you spray a pesticide on a leaf, that not only touches the leaf, it also the excess pesticide goes to the ground also. So the soil also gets spoiled. So next the plant, next crop also, the soil get more into this kind of a pesticide. So invariably what we get in the market is we are not sure whether it is pure organic or it's pesticide sprayed or what. So to safeguard our health, basically, like we need to eat which is free of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. That is the reason why we came into the business now. Okay, and we can't blame farmers also, because that is their bread and butter. So we cannot blame them also, but we have to take care of ourselves. Okay, if you take any medicines, basically, if you take any medicine, if you break that medicine into too in depth, you'll find one plant base inside that. If you take a tablet, okay, if you take a tablet and start breaking the tablet, finally you'll get some plant base. So by taking a tablet, you get the disease cured. At the same time, that is because of the plant base, what is in the content of the tablet. Similarly, like when you take that plant itself regularly, you will not get the disease. That's what we now understand. So once you start taking these kind of organic things regularly, you will not get into disease. So that's what we say. Are you preparing for health? Are you restoring for health? Suppose somebody gets a heart attack, okay, and doctor advised him to go for walking. So before that, people walk without, when they're healthy, that's preparing for the health. Once you get a heart attack or some kind of thing, doctor advises you to go for a walk. That walk you make is restoring the health. So we now are more into preparing the body, preparing the health. That's what we look into. We don't advise people to go restore the health. So that's why we are in this business. And in Subhiksha Organics, we simplify the farming procedures. Like we give 3 things only maximum. Like we give the grow bags, we give country seeds, and now we give a potting mix. That potting mix is the ingredient. It will have all the ingredients for the plant to survive. So we make it very simple. Now people don't have to go to a pillar and post to get all the red soil, this cocoa peat, the neem, vermicompost. So they normally people find it difficult. When we started this company, like we only made grow bags. Then people ask where we can go for seeds. People ask where we can go for red soil. So over the period of time, we make the home farming or terrace gardening more simple. And now people are very happy. We have more than 2 lakh customers coming to us. And we made this home farming very simple. See, that's what I told you, we are poisoning ourselves with highly processed nutrient deficient foods. And eating healthy, clean, nutrient food fills your body with energy, nutrients. Imagine yourself smiling back at you, saying thanks. See, normally what happens, there are 2 things. Like when I observed in the market, there are some kind of fruits or vegetables you get which are stored in the cold storage for 2 months, 3 months. It loses its nutrient value. I have a lot of customers who just boil the water at kitchen. They go to the terrace and cut the vegetables and cook. That vegetables are the one which has got the highest level of nutrients. That is how people are very healthy now. So fresh and that's tasty also. What is homegrown are very tasty also. So the doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs. I think you get the crux of the issue nowadays, that health is very, very, very important in day-to-day life, especially after Corona. We have a lot of customers. The doctors are our customers. Every doctor now has got a terrace garden in our places now. So doctors are more health conscious now. And what you see here is the harmful pesticides being sprayed invariably, okay, and all over things. See, these people who are wearing masks. So when they wear mask and they spray this. If it is not safe to breathe, how it can be safe to eat? This is what the question we put in everyone's mind. So we come here at this juncture. What is the solution to avoid chemical fertilizers and pesticides in your food? The only answer is homefarm.com. This is our website where we showcase all our products. This is what we are into. These are the office in Salem, where we have almost displayed almost 500 plants in our office place. A display of all the kind of things what you can grow. And once we started, encouraging terrace gardening, home farming, then the first thing comes to your mind is a cement pot or mud pot. So we went and purchased cement pot and mud pot. And once 3 months to 8 months, once the plants grow, the cement pot, mud pots get broken. And they're too heavy also. They're too heavy to lift. Suppose if you get 20 pots from the market, you need to hire a truck. Or mini auto you have to take and bring it up, and then take all these 4 or 5 floors. You have to carry this kind of one pot will approximately weigh 8 to 10 kgs. You know, all nursery people are selling these pots also. So for about 30-40 pots, you need to carry half ton of load on your on your terrace. So we wanted to avoid this. See, all these kind of pots get broken. So we want to make grow bag. Grow bag, normally, like I'll just come back to later. What is the specialty of our grow bags? Basically, that we make a special grow bags. Our grow bags last for more than 8 years. Even in Chennai climate, directly under sunlight in open terrace, our bags last for almost 8 years plus, 9 years plus, without fading and tearing. So that's the specialty of our grow bags. So here we have about 43 country seeds also we supply along with these bags. I'll just showcase some of the plants what we have grown in the recent times. So please just go through that. So one of the customers' terrace garden where you can see this long gourd and rigid gourd. It's a happy customer we have, and this brinjal we grow. This is about 4 or 5 years old plant. Like you can also grow this plantain tree also on the top rooftop. This is another balcony, terrace at Kanjipuram, Tamil Nadu. You can see temples also on the back side. This is the customer has got brinjal and he has got chilies, green chilies. And this is the other side of the same garden where you can see this lady's finger. This is again lady's finger plant in our grow bag. This is again cucumber grown at terrace in Coimbatore. Cowpea, again this is bitter leaves. Bitter leaves come easily, very well. Every day it grows 2-3 leaves we get every day coming up. And this again bottle gourd and green brinjal. These are indoor ornament plants also we have. We can grow in our bags. Again, cabbage just grow very well in our bags. Mint comes very easily. Like mint is very easy to grow. Like every day people just pluck and then cook, and it doesn't need much maintenance also. This mint, and these are carrot. You have insulin plant. You have perendai. All that one portion of on the terrace garden I have shown here, and again this insulin plant. Cabbage, we have cabbage here. Here you have beetroot and radish, and you have this is one curry leaves also you can grow on this. Lemongrass. See, as I said, like you can grow a lot of herbs. Like we have Karpuravalli, like Karsalangani. All that herbs also is easy that we just have only lemongrass tree in the evenings in our office. Lemongrass you can easily grow on that. And again, this is beetroot and this blue brinjal you can have. Then again, this capsicum that goes very easily. Capsicum also comes out. Then you have rigid gourd. This also. Green chilies. All the parapet wall of the house, we have green chilies. Like the first floor, all parapet wall is used for growing green chilies. Then again, capsicum. Then here we have on the right hand side, you can see pomegranate. Then this is we have about 200 plants in this open terrace with all varieties of plants we have. This perendai also, again a cabbage, an insulin plant. This is special takali. Tomato, we have one variety of tomato. This is what we grow on the right hand side. You can see. And flowering of plant also we have. On the left hand side, you can see all curry leaves. Curry leaves, tremendous amount of curry leaves they get every day. And again, this is perendai. This is again good for health, for your bones. That's good for health. And you have this long gourd here. And this is ginger. On the left hand side, you can see ginger coming up, and on the right hand side, you can see moringa, long moringa from the grow bags of 340 GS from that bag. And this is again green chili. Radish comes very easily. Radish is easy to grow. Then again is again green, rich gourd. The greens, amaranthus. Okay, red amaranthus you can grow in that. Then again tomato. This is ornamental plant you can grow. Cabbage. Then aloe vera also is good for your face. You know, like you have beauty parlor at home. If you have one aloe vera, then you can have a beauty parlor at home. That's very useful for your facial and all that. That's more useful. And you just see the amount of tomatoes you get from the grow bag is huge. So the family is more comfortable with the yield what they get from this tomato plant. Again, down the right hand side, you can see lemon, and this is also a special variety of brinjal we have. The ornamental plant, huge plant, ornamental plant. This again greens. Again, green chili. This tulsi, the tulsi grows enormously, so you get very good yield. Every day you can take 2-3 leaves. It's good for your health. Everybody can grow. The palak, spinach, palak is there, and curry leaves again. This again bottle gourd hanging around. Again greens. Then green brinjal, special variety we have. Ornamental plant again. Coriander, special coriander we have. We have a lot of size of bags. It says 12-inch diameter, 15 inches, 18 inches. Easily you can, with 6 inches depth, you can have good coriander. Then again, this flower, the people who love flowers also, basically, like we also give a lot of bags for flower, growing flowers. Then this is beans, plant beans, this one. Then again, this one of the model garden what we have in our customer's place. And trees also can be, all nurseries can grow trees and sell it as it is. Okay, you just don't have to transfer the plant. If a black bag, you can grow on that, and they can just take it and keep it in their own house. You don't have to transfer from the black bag, nursery bags to the bigger bags, not necessary. And this papaya can be grown in a bag. You can see guava coming up good. Again, greens. I've grown sugarcane in our own office. I just tried it out and it's coming very well. Still it's there in our place. About 14-15 sugarcanes are coming up in this bag. And this is again greens. You have manatakali. You can grow bougainvillea. Again, indoor plant. Long gourd and capsicum again. Bottle gourd. You can easily grow this cauliflower also from our bag. White brinjal. I think we have given all colors of brinjal, blue, purple, white and green. A lot of varieties of brinjal you have. And again long gourd, The young customer in the back, you can see greens coming up, the red color greens you have. Amaranthus, spinach, you can see that green color bag, 18 inches diameter. And people, once a while, they have all the kind of greens. We have about 13 greens varieties of seeds. So within 2 weeks to 3 weeks, you can start harvesting all the greens. And good for health. And this is another model bag and color bag where you can grow greens. We tried this pineapple also on terraces, and it has come very well. So pineapple also you can grow, but it's almost 7-8 months it needs, but you can also get it across like that. Lemon, again, lemon plant. And this is pomegranate plant. And this long gourd is taller than that girl. And this ponnangani, this is another spinach. It's good for the eyes. It has come out bushy. And this rose plant, again, this is Ballari. This is good for your memory brains. And again, tomato. This is apple tomato. Again, is manatakali, this lot. Again, these kind of bags we have. And now that for indoor variety, recently last month we have introduced from 2021 hanging model bags. This is you just nail on that wall. You can nail on the wall and you can hang the bags. You can either have artificial flowers or you can have indoor plants on all your walls. And now that, as you know, there are plants which give more oxygen bombs plants are there. So those plants you can have on your walls around. So just nail 1 or 2 nails and hang these bags. These will last more years. So these again square bag, again hanging bags, triangle bags. We introduced a new model, triangle. In the corner you can have, again you can nail on your wall and you can this will hang. Or you can even have stand and then keep on that in the stand. You can decorate your office also with this kind of beautiful color bags and grow either indoor plants or you can have artificial plants in this. These are colors we have: silver green, light green, the bluish green, orange, green and dark green and brown. We still bring a lot of colors also again. So there are some sizes. These are there. On the right hand side, you can see that's a flat bag, that bluish green bag that you can hang on the wall and you can grow plants. And this again, how the corner stand you can have grow plants in this. Very simple. It's a cheap, very cheap bags, and we also supply the potting mix also. This is again an example of how the calendar bag. We call it as a calendar bags. Like a calendar you can hang on your wall. So this will be very good and good looking. It will make your space very good. Other nurseries can think of reselling this kind of bag so that you'll keep getting more customers inside the thing. By the time when they come here, you can also sell your plants easily. And again, we have this hanging bags just played on the window grills. So this looks more great. All the windows can look very great. And it's not much of weight because we use only cocoa pit and that holds. And this is a new development we have made in the last year. And money plant you can have, and all that kind of indoor plants you can have in this kind of hanging model bags. Again, the simple process. You don't have to do any much thing. Just see the back is flat back you have, and you can grow on that. And again, this bougainvillea on the terrace, indoor plant. Again, this bougainvillea, 10 years old. This plant is 10 years old. Still, I have this plant. Bag also is there, and the plant also is there. It's almost 10 years old. This bag. Rose, you just see about 30-40 flowers are there in one plant. Rose in our grow bag. These are all, as I told you, wall hanging models. These bags, multicolor. We have very attractive colors are there. This is badam tree in our grow bag. This is about 4 years old. This tree, badam tree, also you can grow in our grow bag. It's easy to be transported. Again, you have miti, pudina, mint, and all that greens you have. They made a stand and they kept our bags on the stand so they get more yield. And this is again this turmeric we have made in that turmeric. Again, this one type of orange we had in our own garden on the top of our. Then you have you can also grow like this plantain tree. We still have. You can also get yield also because the bag is too large. You can also get bananas from this. Palak again. Again, the stand you have, the corner stand where you can have indoor plants you can display. And one of the customers' son, they have sent the picture of that from the terrace. They're very happy with this kind of the bottle gourd. Another customer's daughter has sent a picture. She's very much happy with the plants she has grown herself. And again, Manatakali, the plant. Then again, greens you have. Some of the displays what we have in our, one of the outlet, sales outlet. indoor plants display, what we can have. Again, indoor plants, capsicum, the beans you have, and again ornamental plants, indoor. How neatly the garden can be maintained on a terrace. One of the harvests we made, all beetroots we had. The nolcol, and this is a drumstick tree on a bag on open terrace, and it's the leaves are very good. As you all know, the drumstick leaves are very good for health. Nowadays, people export the drumstick leaf powder everywhere, and farmers, they get the powder and eat every day. They have tablets like that. You can grow this drumstick on your terrace, and then you can every day you can have some powder of drumstick, and it's good for health. And again, indoor, this is again wall hanging model. Indoor, aloe vera again. This mint, you can have mint. And mint, no, the smell is too good. When you go and buy in the market, the mint, it will not be that much, no, the smell will not be there. Once you grow at home, you have the real smell of that mint. And the mother-in-law's tongue, the snake plant, that's again option plant. And the same customer again. And we also supply you neem cake, and we also supply the cocoa pit of 5 kg block, and loose cocoa pit also we supply, low EC. Then we have the organic manure, potting mix we supply, and vermicompost, unadulterated vermicompost, no sand content will be there in that. That also we have. And the GSMs available are 120, 160, 200, 230. 253 for GSM. Multicolors we have: olive green, leaf green, orange, copper brown, silver. All the colors, attract colors we have. And the product range is that, like you have cocoa pit, the drain cell is there that will prevent the watering that terrace. So you can have the airy space in between the bag and the floor. So you can use drain cells, organic manure. We have about 43 varieties of country seeds are there. And country seeds, you know very well that from the same fruit or vegetable, you can again take the seeds and replant it. That's the advantage in country seeds. The ready-made parsley mix also is there. We give you everything at one stop. The one-stop solution, that's what we offer. And the main point here is that, like, we are the first company in India to introduce these orange-green bags. And normally plastic, like water in the milk, like if you have 1 liter of milk, you can add 1 liter of water. So again, that's a milk that stands as a milk. Like nobody can identify that it's water. I mean, water milk or real milk. Like that in plastic industry, like there are a lot of things which can be done on that. You have fillers. There's a calcium carbonate thing available, powder that can be mixed with the plastic, and you have recycled granules from the old and used milk sachet. Carry bags can be reconverted into granules that can be also used. But really speaking, when you make the crude oil process, the crude oil has to be processed in a refinery, and in the refinery you have from the crude oil you have aviation petrol, diesel, kerosene. Then again you have wax, paraffin wax, you have STP, LDP, PE, PP, then urea. All are the byproducts of the crude oil when you make petroleum. So STP is a fabric, a material which will not elongate when you stretch it out. So STP, we make a fabric of STP, so it won't elongate. And LDP is a low density polyethylene that it's like milk bag. If you stretch it out, it will elongate. So that's used for waterproof. So we make a STP fabric, and on the top and bottom we laminate with the LDP. And you need to add UV stabilizer. The more UV stabilizer you add in the process, you'll be able to make the bag life more for years to come. 7-8 years it will come. So there are people who do not add UV stabilizer. They don't have virgin raw material, and they add up 30%, 40%, 50%. Now 80% people add this calcium, the roadside plastic waste in that process. And a color they give orange green color, and that gets faded, that torn. So 3 to 6 months, you get these bags torn. That's why we import this fabric for the last 14 years. And where there's zero filler, the zero recycled metal is added, and we give the highest level of percentage of UV stabilizer for our product. So our bags in Indian conditions, it lasts for 7-8 years. I have a lot of testimonials from our terrace garden lovers, doctors who vouch that these bags are not fading and not tearing even after 8 years of constant use. That's the specialty of our product. We have a team of 60-70 people, and we are very highly ethical in our dealings, and we do not do this kind of adulteration in the process of making this fabric. And ultimately, people now, they say all orange green are the same orange green bags. It is not so. Color only is orange green. After some time, it will fade. You can see at the bottom also you have a real orange green and then faded orange green. So the main thing here is very less people are highly ethical in manufacturing these things, and we are we don't deviate from this kind of thing. We give the best, and that's why we still stand in the market as number one. And so we are the first company to introduce, and we import this fabric made from pure virgin raw materials and are UV stabilized, and they perform good for more than 7 to 9 years, no fading and non-tearable. And we have different colors also for people's aesthetic choices, and also we have different thicknesses for making large plant like plantain tree and all that. We have thickness, more thicknesses. So this is the thing people have to be very careful. And we have got the test certificate from the CPET government of India laboratory about this fabric's UV stability and the virgin nature and all that. People can ask from now anybody who goes buy from a local plastic company and starts stitching bags, that is not the real grow bags. Grow bag has to be manufactured with some technical specification that has to be there, and we have test certificate of our product. You can compare with them, and anybody who wants to apply this thing, people just ask them to show their test certificate of the products to make sure that you get the right product. And this is our company. Like we have 2 showrooms in Salem and Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu, where we cater to the local garden enthusiasts. And we have another company by name Arjun Agri, where the parent company, that company imports and they manufacture grow bags in bulk. Subhiksha Organics is our own company's local outlet, like to cater to this day-to-day garden enthusiasts. And we have supplied more than lakhs and lakhs of bags across, and we export these bags also. So now the farming is made simple to live a better life, and now I given for health, happiness, immunity, and longevity. Once you eat good vegetables and grains which are free from chemical fertilizer and pesticide, you get a better health. By growing ornamental plants and flowering plants at home, you feel happy, so that gives happiness. And once you eat healthy, you become more immunity oriented. So the more you are immune and you can live longer. So we are into the health segment where we make everybody live a healthier and longer life. That's what we are here. That's our mission, and we welcome the nursery people to use our services, use our products, so that your customers also are healthy and they live longer, better life, and happy gardening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. From your presentation, you have given a tour of vegetable terrace gardening, which is especially grown in Rosemary of homefarm.com. So thank you very much for your nice presentation.
Answer. If you have somebody has got any questions, they can answer.
We will take the question and answer session after the lecture of.
Thank you very much. I'm there.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, INA. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now we have with us Dr. Rajinder Singh, Chairman and Managing Director, Agri Clinic, Amritsar. He is an advisor for aromatic and medicinal plants from Manage Hyderabad. He is also providing training on biodynamic agriculture by Biodynamic Association of India. He worked as a secretary for some Planet Society for Organic Farming Promotion and allied activities. He is also providing training in quality control in biofertilizers and biopesticide by MIT Noida. So we have a great experienced person with us now today. So I welcome Dr. Rajinder Singh, sir, and I request him to give his presentation. So over to you, sir.
Welcome all of participants. I first thanks President of INA, YP Singh, General Secretary Mukul Tyagi, and Mr. Chatterjee, who is allow me and who invited me to present a presentation on the herbal plants. There are too many herbal plants which we have used in our daily life, but in the past, but now in last 20 to 30 years, we almost foregone these herbal plants. For these herbal plants, it's necessary, therefore it's necessary to integrate in the family, in the houses, these herbal plants. And for this, presentation, and I just sharing it. So there are many potential herbal plants which we can grow in the home, and we can prevent our diseases or illness or the weakness in the daily use. In Hindu Sanskriti, the tulsi is one of the important herb which is also worshipped as a mother, because of not that he is actually our mother, but because they have the qualities which a mother possesses. All type of their your weaknesses, all type of immunity you can get if you are regularly use the tulsi plant leaves. You just think that what in the Hindu community, what they do in the with the tulsi, they daily worship tulsi, then they take 5 leaves, because their ancestors know when they worship and take a prasad as a tulsi, they get their body immune to the 90% of the diseases. If we are regularly eating this tulsi plant's leaves, then there is very less chances that we can go any of the disease. And if we get any disease, just like cough, the tulsi can cure most of them. Therefore, it's ranked as a mother. So tulsi is the first plant which we consider as a herb. We can grow in the homes. There are 2 types of medicinal herbs in the tulsis. One is black tulsi or ram tulsi. Second is sham tulsi. Sham tulsi has more medicinal values, and ram tulsi slightly less, but both are equally important. And any person can grow in their backyard or in the rooftop or any place. If we practice simple, it can grow from the March, April to till winter in the northern India, and in the south entire year you can grow the tulsi plant. Their leaves are used. Second, the basils. These are also the part of the tulsi, but they have a different composition, different their uses. These are the aroma plants. The family is the same, but they provide aroma, and the aroma provide the relaxation to the mind, and mind is relaxed, which results in lowering the BP and also flavoring and improving the mind. There are almost 30 type of these basils. You can term as Italian basil, sweet basil, Kapoor basil, and your lemon basils, and one of the two new varieties are coming up at the CMAP Lucknow is pan basil, which giving the flavor of the pan and as a mouth freshener. Now, the next most important plant is the aloe vera. The aloe vera, any of the disease, any of the type, it can work. From your skin, from your wounds, from your intestine, from your antioxidants. If we, for beauty, the aloe vera gel is till date is the best beauty part. And for in villages till today, the aloe vera pulp is used as to cure the wounds, any of their cuts, and even in the burn injuries. Their pulp is used, but we have to remove the outer skin and a yellow color liquid, which is just inside the skin, because the yellow pulp is creating some loose motions. So when we have to peeling it, we have to careful that the yellow pulp will not remain in the center part. Glue. This is one of the important herb and now getting very much importance during the COVID. Glue give a very much important role in fever and also anti-inflammatory. They can be produced in our backyard or any tree, and very important to grow. And it's a perennial, but shed the leaves in the winter. Any tree is much better. If it is better that it trail on a trees instead of living in any place. Asparagus. Asparagus is also a very important herb which we can introduce in our kitchen garden or backyard. It will be grown. It's also a perennial crop. It will give a it's a general tonic, increase the lactations, and most of the Ayurveda, their roots are used. But one of the important uses which is now becoming popular is their sprouts. Their sprouts are now used as exotic salads, and they have a equally important as their roots or their tubers. For homegrown persons, the tubers are not uses as directly. We have to wash it and boil it for 1 hour, and after that we have to peel and dry up. Then they are ready to use. Approximately half spoon is sufficient with water, with milk or water per day. Oregano. Now it's going popular. It's also simple herbs grown in winters and rich in antioxidants. You can use as you can use the oregano as leaves or sprinkling on the vegetables or in the salads. There are many uses it, antioxidant, cure the cancer, heart diseases, reduce viral infections or inflammations. Thyme. This is also a winter crop. It needs a sandy loam area because in the waterlogged conditions, it will not grow well. It is very important, this crop is very important to lower the blood pressures or boost the immunity. Their leaves are used just as we can use with the salad or sprinkling on the vegetables. Chives. Chives are from the family of your lesson. They are used for the flavor and they have a very nutritive value. Almost all important nutrients are in their stems and the stems are used. Brahmi. Brahmi is one of the most important herb in Ayurveda and also in the home use for a mental illness and as well as for summer drinks. Normally, Brahmi Sharbat, everywhere, every family is aware of it, the Brahmi Sharbat. There are two types of Brahmis, Bacopa manieri and Centella acetica. Medicine, for the medicine point of view, Bacopa is more important because the medicine value is in the Bacopa. But the Centella are also used in the homes because Centella is not such as much better as compared to Bacopa. But in most of the Chyawanprash, Bacopa is used. For daily use, we can dry it and grind, keep it grind powder. And quarter chammach a day is very important for the mental illness or for headache or any other not normal pains, etc. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is also a very good herb which we can grow in the backyard. It will start from April and the crop is end on the December or January. Their roots and berries are used for energy boosting or stress. Daily consumption of their powder, half chammach, is sufficient for daily general fatigue or weakness, to remove their weakness. They are very well grown in the normal soils, well-drained soils, but in the hard clay soils, their root production is very less. Chamomile. For the South India, chamomile is equally important as tulsi in the northern India. Their flowers are used for many works. As a tea, chamomile tea is now getting popularity also all over the India or world, because the chamomile tea is believed that they can give a stress release and also a good deep sleep, as they assume. And also in the South, it is used as aromatherapy, perfumery. Their oil is used in perfumery, medicines, soap, and cosmetics. The plant will grow from October, November till March, April in the winter season. They are grown in the well-drained and sandy soil, sandy loam soils. 15 to 27 degrees is their ideal temperature. Wheatgrass. Wheatgrass, any of the, not the wheatgrass, I just mentioning the wheatgrass, but any of the plant sprouted and the plant grown up to the 7 days is equally important for boosting the immunity or curing any disease. Now, wheatgrass is getting more popularity because their results are getting that they have cure cancers. Many of cancer patients who is in contact with us, they get the result of the curing cancer. Very easy to grow. just make a layer of 1 inch of cocoa peat, overnight soak your wheat seeds and sprinkle on the cocoa peat layer, just adjoining each and every seed, and cover with a very thin layer of cocoa peat. Within 7 days, in the winter, it will be grown and harvestable. But in the summer, we have to keep the temperature less than 30 degree. Otherwise, the fungus is grown on the roots and the germination also very much affected. So in winter, if we are interested to grow in the winter, we have to keep an AC room or temperature controlled rooms. Lemongrass, as the earlier speaker also mentioned, lemongrass is a very important herb which we can grow in any backyard or in the grow bags as they shown. Their leaves have aromatic oil which reduces the stress, cure the blood pressures. When we lemongrass and tulsi leaves are combinedly used as a tulsi tea, they give a very good results. We are producing these tulsi tea with the lemongrass, and what the results we are getting is that we have no stress, immunity to the diseases, no cough, and also what for which we are using the tea that we have हम थक चुके हैं और हम चाय पीनी है, तो उसकी जगह हम इस लेमन ग्रास टी को अगर यूज करते हैं तो that gives same results, because लेमन ग्रास their aroma will relieve our mind and release the stress. Cough and fever also, it's very much effective. Mints. There are 5 to 7 varieties of mints which can be grown. Normally, the mints are grown in the winter, and it's used as a for cough, for pain, respiratory problems, or bakery and or cosmetics, and also in the chutneys. And if we are interested to make different type of chutneys, different flavors, there are many type of mints: menthol mint, spearmint, peppermint, garden mint, and burger mint. So if we have to make a different type of chutneys, these are very much effective. Rosemary. This plant also included on our backyard or our kitchen garden. It will be very much important for the flavor, perfumery, and aromatherapy. It will any of the dish, if we add a specific flavor, it will provide, and which release the stress. Particularly in any of the aroma crop, their use releases the stress of the mind, and their leaves and stems are used. Rosemary is a perennial plant, but in the high summers, it will be dormant or maybe motile. Because therefore, we important that we will keep in shade in the summer, and otherwise it will die. So these are the some important plants which I have discussed with you, which we can include in our kitchen gardens or backyards for our general health. If we are using it regularly, I don't think that we need any of the medicines for our health. Currently, I think most of our clients, because I have running a agri clinic, so most of clients are telling that when they started using these herbs, they are getting very much sick or any other problems. So I recommend everyone to at least introduce some of the herbs in their backyard and use in the daily diet. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much for sharing very valuable information on herbs. So thank you very much once again. Now this platform is open for the discussion. There are few questions already. Rajinder Singh sir has given the answer of these questions in the chats. So there is one question from Mr. Gupta, that is on whether the oregano or ajwain of the same family.
Oregano and ajwain.
Ajwain.
Okay, I have to check. I will give you answer because it's a technical question. So I have to check and I will give answer either in the INA platform, or if they can send me a WhatsApp number already mentioned. So you can, I can give you answer in this.
Sir, there is one question regarding the organic pesticides. So can you just focused on that line key, how we can take the care of the pests and diseases by
Yeah.
organic way?
Sir, it is a very good question from your side, and I also give the mention on this. But because pest control for the chemical, if we are going in the chemical base, there is a simple answer that use a chemical, poison and kill. But for the organic farming, the important thing is that we know what is the pests are going, what are the pests and what are their limitations.
Emlata madam, please mute yourself.
So important thing is that what is the limitation of that pest? Just giving the examples. If you give me a 5 or 10 minutes, I will elaborate many things from this. So there are many 50% of insects which their adults is attract to the light. So if we put up a light trap in our backyard, light trap is a simple thing. You just hang a bulb and in below you keep a tray or any bucket filled with water and some 1 or 2 drops of the kerosene oil, diesel, any minerals. So in the night, most of the adults, 50% of adults, it's a sure shot, 50% of the adults come and come to the light, attract. Natural in there. All of the moths, any of the moth, they are attract to the light. So light trap is very important. If we are put up light trap, 50% insects gone. Then second, in most of the insects, just like whitefly, your hoppers, and some other sucking insects, they attract to the yellow light, yellow color. So if we put up yellow sticky charts, or if we have no yellow sticky charts, you just collect a yellow sheet, plastic sheet, paste the grease on them and put up. So these insects were controlled. Now, these are the 2 important things. Now come to the other things. We have buttermilk in everyone house. If we dilute, make it bitter more and more, keep it 20 days, 30 days, then dilute it to 10% and spray. They will also particularly the insects which are soft body, very much effective results. Because I am running agri clinics, I am specialist in the organic farming, there I am telling it. We are getting results of it. Neem leaves, boil. If you are regularly spraying 5 to 7 days, in 7 days, even 10 days interval, you just regularly spray neems. Homemade, you can homemade it. Take the neem leaves, double the water, boil it to when the water is remaining half, your spray is ready. You just 10% of that liquid and remaining water spray every week. 90% of the customers, my customers, because I am running an agri clinic, 90% of the customers told me that we are not getting major pest attack. And now also, one more. Trichogramma cards. If you get trichogramma cards in nearby, these are the very tiny insects in agriculture, because we are marketing it, so we know it. Otherwise, some agriculture universities are also producing. For particularly your brinjal stem on shoot borers, tomato borers, rice borers, any borers, where in the back the name is write down the borer, they are 90% effective. You just put up these cards and approximately it will cover 30 feet area, and no borer attack, no fruit borer, any type of borer, they are controlled. So you just keep it changing 7 to 10 days. After 7 to 10 days, very economical, only a 10 rupees card or 20 rupees card available. So within 20 rupees, you will control 20 or 30 feet area from the insects. Then also 2 more crops, cucurbits and our guavas, our kinnus, and these, where the fruit fly attack. The fruit fly, their pheromone traps are available. They are very much effective. Even 80% control, 80 to 100% control you can get from these pheromone traps. And then one more insects, which now in summer very much attack. It's pumpkin beetle from your cucurbits, just like cucumber, your this sponge gourd, everywhere. There is a orange color small beetle, which is pumpkin beetle, which is termed as pumpkin beetles. It will can control by yourself, not need any pesticide, not need any chemical. You just collect the cow dung ash and sprinkle early morning. After 3 or 4 days, you have just to sprinkler it, and your pumpkin beetle problem is solved. So this is some simple, some examples from which we can easily control the pests. And still, if you can give me a time, then I will give a complete PPT for their pest control. Because in organic, we have to trace out the weakness of the insect and just to control from that, not allow the pest to multiply and attack. So this is just simple examples, simple result. Everyone can do.
Thank you very much, sir, for very valuable information you have given. Thank you very much. And again, one question for you, sir. Only again, what is the starting point of growing the herbs? If somebody wants to grow the herbs, when we can start to grow it?
Sir, I just in my PPT I have given the temperature and everything. I have mentioned it. Some herbs start from now, but some are the winter herbs, just like thyme, oregano, rosemary. These are the winter herbs. They start from the winter. But tulsi, your ashwagandha, and lemongrass. Lemongrass is a perennial. Anytime you can grow anytime. So the ideal time is either September, October, November, or February, March, April. So according to the herb, you can go over it. My number is there. Anyone can answer question and I will go answer. And for the pest control, you just give me the picture. I will give you a complete idea how can you control it.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request all the participants, those who have any question to all the experts, they are free to ask. So is there any question for our speaker from participants? Is there any question from the participants to all our speakers?
मिस्टर राजेंद्र जी नंबर, नमस्कार राजेंद्र जी, आपका नंबर थोड़ा बता देंगे तो नोट कर लेंगे जी.
सर 98150.
ओके ओके, वही नंबर यहाँ लिखा हुआ चैट बॉक्स में. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर, थैंक्स अ लॉट.
There is one question regarding the courses. So I am here in Nasik. I am conducting the landscaping courses, home gardening courses, and kitchen gardening courses. Those who are interested, they can contact us on our number. You can take my number 94222 54924. Sachin Brahmankar. We are conducting the courses for landscaping, home gardening, kitchen gardening, crash courses for flower arrangement, bonsai. So those who are interested, they can contact us on this my number. So they will get all the information. So is there any question from the participants?
सचिन जी, आप अपना नंबर चैट बॉक्स में डाल देंगे या डाल दिया आपने भैया?
डाल दिया मैंने सर.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू.
So I think आज के वेबिनार में सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द ऑर्नामेंटल हर्बल प्लांट्स और नर्सरी के बारे में जो चाहिए थी, वो आज हमारे स्पीकर्स ने बहुत ही संक्षिप्त और सुंदर स्वरूप में दी है, उसका उपयोग हमेशा होते आ रहा है और हमेशा होते रहेगा। तो इसका जो भी क्रेडिट है स्पीकर के साथ साथ हमारे जो प्रेसिडेंट है मिस्टर वाईपी सिंह साहब, मुकुल त्यागी साहब सेक्रेटरी INA, Mr. Sharma, Treasurer, INA, and all the team of INA, इनको तो जाता ही है। इसके साथ साथ दीपक चटर्जी साहब, मंजीत सिंह विचाल, अलंकृत पांडे, इनको भी जाता है। तो thanks to all the core member of the INA, and our special thanks to our today's speakers, Mr. Amit Kumar sir. He has widely focused on how to start the nursery, how to make the strategies and skills required for the nursery management. He very widely and present in his presentation. Mr. Mohan sir has show the wide role of grow bags in on terrace gardening, how we can grow all the vegetables, even the fruit crops in grow bags. So very nicely presented by Arjun Mohan sir. Dr. Rajinder Singh has widely focused on the herbs like aloe vera, giloy, and some exotic plants also. So thanks to Rajinder Singh for sharing their experience with us. And last but not the least, our participants continuously being connected with us. So thank you all the participants being with us with INA, and see you in the next webinar of on next Saturday. Till then, bye. Thank you very much.